At this sacred moment, as your eyes meet this screen, a celestial melody begins to fill your understanding. Indeed, this message was tailored specifically for you. Not as mere coincidence that you have come into this space today. God orchestrated events both heavenward and on earth to ensure this revelation came full circle at exactly this point in time. What I am about to share can truly change your course in life in an irrevocable fashion. No exaggeration here, simply the truth from Him Himself for your consideration. Have you felt an odd, inexplicable sense that something extraordinary and life-altering may soon happen in your life? As though the universe were orchestrating an extraordinary moment that redefines your entire existence? Prepare to experience what lies beyond, for the veil of mystery is about to be lifted, as will its truth be unveiled. God, in His infinite wisdom and love, entrusted me with an urgent message specifically directed toward you as you watch this video now. Through His incredible grace, He chose this moment to provide divine intervention into your life that would shatter all pre-existing notions about its purpose and destiny. But before unveiling such an impactful truth, it's essential that you grasp one fundamental principle. Your presence here is no mere coincidence. A greater force guided your journey and life experiences right up until this exact instant. Whether that be destiny, universo, or providencia divina. God orchestrated each moment of your journey so as to bring you here at exactly this instante. From battles fought and disappointments experienced to doubts encountered along the way, all part of an ancient divine plan that will soon reveal itself in ways which leave one speechless. This message goes beyond traditional self-help and spiritual advice, offering something truly personal and intimate. An epiphany which touches your core soul essence and transforms reality in ways you could never have predicted. I speak of an extraordinary miracle which divides life into two distinct chapters, before and after. Even more amazing is that this transformational process may already be happening while you watch this video. Feel that feeling in your chest of impending change? Don't disregard these telltale signs. Your spirit already acknowledges truth, even if your mind has yet processed everything fully yet. At last, an astonishing miracle is on its way. I will reveal ancient secrets and open locked doors so you can finally find your divine destiny. Life itself seems like it has been an intricate preparation for this momentous occasion. God has seen every tear, every silent prayer, every bright moonlight night past, each hour that flew by without incident. Now He's stirring heaven and earth into action to create this magnificent work of radiance that will change your reality completely. Allow hope to bloom within you like a seed germinating in fertile ground, strengthening faith with each passing moment and dispelling doubt and anxiety. Now is the time to embrace certainty of an outstanding future filled with blessings and opportunities. Visualize the transformation that's about to unfold in your life. Think about being free of past regrets, present constraints, and future uncertainties. Imagine being filled with joy and peace from having a connection with Divine Source, an open channel of gratitude and affection that flows freely within it all. Remind yourself at all times that you are an instrument of light. God uses us all to bring good into this world, so your life has a grand purpose that only you can fulfill. Trust yourself and in your gifts and talents while moving forward courageously and persistently towards that destiny. Victory awaits. Some individuals, restricted by their limits, believe that all this talk of divine intervention is nothing more than gibberish, while others who lean heavily toward doubting what they hear question its authenticity. But those with eyes to see beyond appearances and ears tuned in to hearing truth recognize a divine resonance in my words that I intend to share. After years of aching waiting and quiet suffering and excessive protestation, this painful chapter is finally closed. Now is your moment of abundance, of divine and complete transformation that was so long awaited by you and by those around you. Nothing remains the same after this day. No longer does your past hold sway over what lies ahead for you. Current circumstances can no longer limit God's work in your life. The doors that were previously intransparent will soon open to reveal new opportunities, while any blocked and impenetrable paths will soon be cleared away, opening new possibilities. All this would come to fruition because you were chosen, by God Himself, to receive an act of grace that not only altered your own life but also left a positive and long-term imprint on those around you. Now is your moment of true glory and harvest of faith's fruits, with nothing or anyone standing in the way of God's plan being carried out through your life. However, one question still remains. Are you truly prepared to receive? Are you willing to open up your heart and mind for God's blessings that will soon flood into your life as an abundant flood of crystalline waters? If your answer was in the affirmative, Continue listening carefully, as I only intend for what follows to apply to those who were chosen by him to bear witness of his power. Recall now the relationship that failed and left scars on your heart, or the job opportunity you sought but never saw fruition. Also recall any moments of sadness or loneliness when it seemed no one understood you fully. Know that every experience held a divine purpose, from valuable lessons learned to opportunities for growth and maturation. Know that God was with you at each turn, gently steering away anything that did not fit perfectly into his will for your life. An adversary may have tried to persuade you that you were alone, abandoned and forgotten, but the unassailable truth is that God was always present, working behind the scenes, preparing something special and unexpected just for you. Consider Joseph, a biblical character sold as an esclave by his brothers and treated unfairly and forgotten for years by them. Yet every instance that brought about this injustice prepared him to become Egypt's second most powerful individual and rescue his nation from hunger. At the same time, each trial and struggle carried a divine purpose that strengthened faith and developed resilience. Indeed, they can even serve to deepen it further. Have you noticed how the most rewarding periods in your life tend to follow the most challenging periods, as though God turns death's shadow into life? That isn't simply coincidence, but rather evidence of God's divine hand changing. An example that shows he transforms death into life. Allow me to pose an introspective query that resonates deeply within your soul. Have you experienced an unexplainable void in your heart, an ongoing sense that something essential is missing even though all appears well? My dear friend, this sacred space reserved by God awaits God's miracle that's about to appear in your life. Liken your life as being one giant spaceship where things that were supposed to fit perfectly don't. Perhaps temporary fixes and superficial fillers have failed you in trying to fill that void? I am delighted to bring you an extraordinary message. The end of that inner turmoil is fast approaching, and with it comes an enormously significant pain. Not any ordinary one, but one which will give meaning and order to everything that came before, changing all your memories into an artistic masterpiece with love and purpose, like an angelic tapestry covered by love. God told me you are standing at the threshold of an amazing revealakeo that will alter forever your perspective. All your tears have brought you here at this precise moment in life's journey. Everything has brought you here at last. Are you familiar with kairos from sacred scriptures? There are two Greek words for time. Chronos refers to chronological time and sequential time, while kairos refers to God's appropriate timing of something incredible happening. So now may be your kairos, when your dreams will become reality and your purpose fulfilled. In a sense, life itself has been like one long and exciting symphony until we reached its culmination point. Each note played so far, every accorded chord, even dissonances, were essential components that prepared this monumental finale. Before I can reveal exactly what the Lord has planned for you, it's crucial that you grasp a fundamental concept. This moment in your life is not simply another fleeting moment. It represents a turning point which could change its entirety. Have you seen movies where heroes face extraordinary risks and confront their biggest fears before experiencing an unexpected change that changes their story's course? No need for that. Your life is far more extraordinary, with you as its protagonist playing an intricate part. And God has written such an enthralling story with love. God isn't just working within your circumstances externally. He's doing something far deeper and more potent on the inside as well. He's shifting your korachao, rejuvenating your mind, and realigning with its original mission in your spirit. He's rebuilding what's been broken or injured along the way and renewing anything which has worn thin over time. This inner work will eventually show itself externally in miraculous and grateful ways. Do you remember the story of Moses, who freed Israel's people from slavery in Egypt? He believed his purpose in life was to become an Egyptian prince living a lavish life and enjoying power and wealth. For 40 years, he thought his purpose in life was being an extravagant ruler in the palace enjoying luxury and power. Over the subsequent 40 years, he became convinced of his destiny to be an ordinary shepherd of sheep in the desert, leading a quiet and isolated life. Yet God had something much bigger planned for him. Moses was 80 years old when most people assumed their useful life had come to an end. Yet Moses found his true calling, leading a revolution for freedom from its roots across desert and into promised land. All his time spent living in palace and desert had an essential preparational value towards his ultimate destiny. Nothing in your life was wasted or for nothing. Each experience, ability acquired and relationship experienced played a part in God's divine training regimen, preparing him or her for what lay ahead. God is an expert at using our past as an opportunity for growth. He transforms scars into beacons that guide others along life's challenging paths. Are you finding that your emotions are reacting to these words? Are your internal systems uprising and recognizing what is being said? This happens because your spirit already recognized what was being said even before your mind could fully process it. A part of you has long recognized that you were created for something extraordinary and unexpected. Even though life might try and convince otherwise or seemingly conspire against your dreams, still there remains something within that doesn't let go of believing there was more, that you were made for more. God planted something divine within you before your birth. Now is the time to respond with faith and openness to this call from your destiny. Take deep breaths. Feel God's loving presence around you. He's here, at this perfect moment, ready to open up a whole new chapter in your life. One filled with love, commitment, and wonder beyond any imagination. Are you ready to discover all that God has prepared for you and see how all your pieces fit perfectly together? Prepare yourself, because life is about to change irrevocably and your miracle, purpose, or other desired dreams could soon become real, and not in an ordinary and expected manner, but with extraordinary and unexpected ways only God could provide. God made it abundantly clear that He would send a financial miracle into my life. Yes, that is correct. A divinely inspired financial transformation which would go far beyond anything you had experienced until now. Not just a temporary boost to your finances. This revolution in economic life marks an economic revolution of its own that will permanently alter your reality. Perhaps you are thinking, I have heard this advice before, but nothing has changed. But that is precisely why this unveiling can be so potent and transformative. God isn't sending just any old blessing. He's giving you one tailored specifically to you based on your gifts, talents, and unique purpose in life. Where there were once closed doors and unfulfilled promises, resources began arriving from unexpected and surprising sources, almost as if the world itself were conspiring for your success by opening paths where barriers once stood in your way. Financial miracles don't just appear for personal gratification. Rather, God deeply cares for your desires and needs. He wants you to fulfill His divine plan on earth, the mission He entrusted you with. Imagine having all the resources necessary to achieve the dreams God has placed within your heart, no longer limiting your travel plans due to financial restrictions, and being a source of support and resources for His kingdom. Your life may soon witness an amazing miracle, an effortless transference of wealth which transforms from mere consumer to producer and from someone merely surviving to someone who thrives while helping others to thrive as well. God is breaking through financial obstacles which had prevented their progress and dispersing streams of poverty that have held back progress for so long. Your life's prosperity won't follow the standards of this world. Rather, it will be built upon solid rock principles in God's eternal kingdom rather than shifting sands of passing riches. Nor will your prosperity be stolen or destroyed easily. Rather, it will provide constant divine provision, like that found in Scripture as you work toward success, never ending when life continues moving forward. Know what has stunned and amazed me. When the Lord revealed all this to me, He also showed me how quickly this financial miracle would happen. Not something set aside for some distant and uncertain future, not just an empty promise for some other day. Something has begun manifesting itself spiritually, which will quickly become tangible in our everyday world. Already the angels are busy at work behind the scenes, creating supportive circumstances and influencing key people, in preparation for this sudden outpouring of prosperity in your life. Amazingly, God already has the plan in place and will reveal it step by step at just the right moment. No need for you to have all of the answers right now or know exactly when this miracle will arrive at your doorstep. He knows all this better than anyone. Your part in all this should be to maintain an open heart, an accepting mind, and an aligned spirituality with divine will. When in sync with His will, His instructions become apparent and miracles unfold beyond your expectations. Your life would change in such an unexpected and personal manner that you knew without question that it must have come from God. No matter whether it be luck, coincidence, or your own efforts, it was all obviously supernatural, an undeniable sign from above of His blessing in your life. People around you would marvel at your transformation while others asked, "What's your secret?" Financial miracles come with divine guidance for managing the resources that come your way. God not only blesses, but teaches how to prosper as well. Not only is wealth distributed, but it's also nurtured and multiplied. You will receive insights, strategies, and ideas which transform your relationship with money, Previously difficult decisions become clear while opportunities that were overlooked become apparent. Financial miracles transcend individuals, with this gift from God reaching far beyond yourself to touch many lives through you. He grants this abundance to use as a channel for His provision and as an ambassador of His abundance in this fragile world. By receiving in turn gives. Just as one receives, they give too, and this divine cycle of generosity brings unimaginable joy and fulfillment. God has prepared for your life a remarkable financial transformation. One that impacts not only finances but also identity, purpose, and ability to influence others. This revelation is not empty promise but rather an affirmation of His promises already begun and ongoingly fulfilled in your life, so long as you remain open and accepting of His will in it all. Today marks your moment. Heaven has opened up its treasure trove. Get ready to receive and transform as your dreams become realities. Prepare to receive and become an unending source of blessings. As soon as you become aware of God's financial miracle, it is vital to comprehend its depth. This miraculous change is more than superficial. Rather, it entails an extensive transformation which touches every part of your being and your reality. First and foremost, this majesty will alter your self-image. Any doubts over your worth or feelings of being inadequate when faced with economic obstacles will be dispelled through His abundant grace. You will finally experience what He always saw: an trustworthy administrator, channel of blessings, beloved son or daughter worthy of living their fullest potential across all fields. Imagine awakening each day knowing you don't need to worry about bills, debts, or financial needs. Visualize the relief this would provide and how it could enable your decisions to come from a place of security instead of fear. Think about how your relationships could thrive with the release of financial pressures. Your relationship will experience profound transformation. Oftentimes, financial strain has created tension and distance. An impending debt often creates an atmosphere of tension that affects all. With this financial miracle, you will experience a new harmony, with peace replacing conflict, generosity replacing debt, and collaboration replacing competition. Physical health was also transformed significantly. Chronic financial worries, stress can be one of the silent killers today, impacting immune, arterial pressure, digestive function, and sleep cycles negatively. With the manifestation of financial miracle, you will experience an overwhelming weight being lifted off of your shoulders, as your body begins to heal itself of years of tension and anxiety. You may benefit from restorative sleep, increased energy, renewed vitality, as well as experiencing new spiritual breakthroughs in your life. With financial security established, you will have more time and energy available for spiritual development. Prayers won't just be prayers of petition but instead become testaments of faith and gratitude, deepening your relationship with Jesus while attesting His faithfulness in all aspects of your life. Financial miracles won't replace the bond between yourself and Jesus but instead will take it to unimaginable levels. God uses this miracle as an effective weapon and living proof of His provision and generosity, demonstrating His power through its history. People experiencing despair will find hope through its history, while those experiencing financial challenges see an example that miracles do still happen. His life stands as proof that despair does not have to be the end result when one trusts in Him. Think about how your testimony and generosity have transformed lives. Families will be restored, students will gain education, entrepreneurs will get the capital necessary for startup businesses, ministers will receive funding. Your financial impact would not just stop there but overflow borders as your generosity became an outpouring, not just an accumulation. Your dreams and aspirations would become real, projects would get funded, trips were taken, talents developed further, causes supported became reality. You no longer lived within this moment, but in now and later. Horizons broadened and possibilities multiplied. God is sending you an extraordinary financial blessing. An awakening which begins physically but extends supernaturally, beginning within you and spreading to everyone around you. One which meets both current and future needs by fulfilling them, leaving a legacy behind that fulfills them both now and into the future. You're on the cusp of entering a new era where everything you have experienced so far served to prepare you to accept God's miracle of prosperity. No more starvation. Now is abundance's time. Now is the time to act. God has provided the financial blessings you need. In the comments, share your testimony that shows when and where God was providing help despite difficulties. Even small successes count. Paying unexpected bills on time, receiving timely gifts, or simply having enough when things seemed impossible can provide strength to faith and motivate others. Your testimony will strengthen both faith and inspire. Be mindful that testimony has immense power. Apocalypse records our victory through Christ's blood on Calvary and through our witness. By publicly declaring your devotion to Him, your public testimony opens spiritual doors for new miracles to take place, making a powerful statement about Him that transforms many lives. Next, demonstrate your faith by making an act of public faith. Set aside a small sum, its value doesn't matter, and plant that money in God's kingdom, be it your church donation, supporting a good organization, or aiding someone in need. Remember this spiritual rule. In giving to those less fortunate than yourself, you gain more in return. Think of an agriculturalist who sets aside part of his or her harvest to plant, ensuring future harvests. This financial statement of faith indicates you operate with God's abundance in mind rather than fear. Share this video with at least 5 people who need to hear this message of hope and financial transformation. Think of friends, family, or colleagues who are struggling financially. By sharing, you become a messenger of God's abundance, spreading hope where there was once despair. There is a spiritual principle at work. What you do for others flows into your life in even greater measure. Finally, declare these prophetic words daily over your financial life. I am blessed to be a blessing. God's abundance flows to me and through me. Where there was scarcity, there is now more. My financial life is being transformed by the power of Almighty God. Proclaim these words upon waking and before you go to sleep, allowing them to sink deeply into your spirit. To conclude this transformative journey, I express my sincere gratitude for your thoughtfulness and openness. Now, I ask that you confirm in your heart the receipt of this powerful declaration of faith. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Are you ready for the transformation that is beginning in your life? And, to continue together on this journey of faith and prosperity, don't forget to join our channel and activate notifications. This way, you will receive inspiring messages, prayers, and exclusive content that will help you strengthen your connection with God and manifest His miracles in your life.